Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will look at some of the best ESP32 simulators that let you design, test, and debug your circuits safely, directly in your browser. So, let's start with Wokwi is a free browser-based simulator that lets you design and test circuits easily. Right now, it is one of the most popular ESP32 simulators, and one of the few that can handle complete IoT workflows. It supports ESP32 with built-in Wi-Fi simulation, including HTTP and MQTT communication, meaning you can control this virtual board directly from your phone's browser, just like you would with a physical board. To get started, open Wokwi.com in your browser. There's no need to install anything, and you can start using it right away without creating an account. If you do sign up, you'll be able to save and share your projects. On the homepage, you'll find a list of supported boards like Arduino, ESP32, and even Raspberry Pi Pico. In this video, we will be focusing only on the ESP32. You can either start from scratch using a board like the dev kit, or choose from ready-made example projects to quickly understand how everything works. You'll also notice that the simulator provides starter templates for different ESP32 variants, such as S3, C6, H2, and others, which are not commonly available in most simulators. Once you open a template or project, the workspace is split into two main sections. On the left side is the code editor with a basic Arduino sketch, and on the right side is the circuit area where you place and connect components. At the top, you'll find controls to run or stop the simulation, along with options to zoom, share, or export your project. Building a circuit is simple. Click on the plus icon on the canvas to add components. This opens a searchable menu where you can find parts easily. It has a very wide component library, including shift registers, displays, neopixels, stepper motors, IR sensors, and servo modules. The list is continuously growing, so you can build fairly complex projects without limitations. It even includes a custom chip which can be programmed with simple logic, allowing you to define its inputs and outputs. It is useful when you need a component that is not already available in the library. Now I'm going to control an LED using the Blink app on my phone. So here I have placed an ESP32, an LED, and a resistor on the canvas. To connect them, click on a pin and drag a wire to another pin. Each wire can be adjusted by dragging its endpoints, and you can also change wire colors to keep your circuit organized. If you are unsure about any component, click the question mark next to it to view its documentation. When you select a component, a small settings panel appears where you can modify its properties, such as resistance, LED color, or sensor values. Once the circuit is complete, write your code and install any required libraries using the library manager. Then start the simulation. It may take a while to compile, especially during high server load. After it starts running, you can see the LED status change as I toggle the switch in the app. You can also simulate user interaction over the internet. For example, pressing a button in the circuit can trigger an API request, or your ESP32 can process incoming data and control outputs like LEDs or displays accordingly. This another example shows that when I press a button, the ESP32 connects to Wi-Fi, fetches a programming joke from an online API, and displays it on a TFT screen. The platform also includes a logic analyzer. It records pin activity during simulation, and once you stop it, you can download the captured data for analysis. Projects can be saved online and shared using a simple link, which is very useful for collaboration or debugging. Before we move forward, a word from our sponsor. If you're working on electronics projects, you know how important it is to have an ECAD environment that keeps your designs organized and reliable. A good workflow should offer clear version control, rule-based checks, real-time collaboration, and visibility into component availability so you can move from concept to a manufacturable board with fewer mistakes. That's the approach Altium focuses on, helping engineers maintain consistency and manage their projects more efficiently. And for students who want to learn these skills early, there's Altium Student Lab. It's a free learning program that introduces professional design workflows through guided lessons, a cloud workspace, collaboration tools, and certification. To get more details, visit the link in the description. Our next simulator is Circuit Designer. It's a simple and beginner-friendly platform that supports boards like Arduino Uno, Mega, Raspberry Pi Pico, and the ESP32S3. To get started, open the Circuit Designer web app. From there, you can either explore featured projects or create a blank project from scratch. One feature that makes Circuit Designer stand out from Wokwi is its built-in AI assistant. If you're not sure how to connect a circuit, you can simply open the Circuit AI tool and describe your project. The AI will then suggest the required circuit connections. It can also assist with coding. Just describe what your project is supposed to do, and it can generate the code accordingly. This is especially helpful for beginners who are still learning programming. The interface is clean and easy to understand. On the left side, you'll find the Components panel, along with an option to view components in more detail. In the center is the main circuit workspace. At the top, you'll see tools for adding text labels, rotating components, zooming in or out, and deleting parts. Although the platform offers more than 20,000 components, not all of them are ready for simulation. Before adding parts, make sure to enable the simulation filter in the Components panel. This will only show components that can actually be simulated. For example, while the platform includes many ESP32 boards, currently only the beta version of the ESP32S3 supports simulation. Now let's build a simple circuit and see how it works. First, add an ESP32S3 development board to the workspace. You can search for it and drag it onto the canvas. Along with that, I'm adding an LED and a resistor. When you click on a component, a panel opens on the right side of the screen, where you can view its documentation, check pin details, and modify its properties. Wiring is also very simple. Just click on the terminals of two components you want to connect. And if you're unsure about the connections, there's an AI option that can do it for you. Simply describe how you want the components connected, and the AI will automatically make all the circuit connections. You can also change the wire color by opening the wire properties, which helps keep your circuit neat and more organized. Once the circuit is ready, open the code editor. You can write your code from scratch or paste an existing program. After writing the code, click the Verify button to compile it. If there are any errors, they'll appear in the console. You can directly ask the AI assistant to fix them. It suggests corrections, which can save a lot of time. If everything compiles successfully, open the simulator and click the play button. If your wiring and code are correct, the simulation should start running properly. Compared to Wokwi, simulations here often start faster. There are also several export options available. You can export your design as a PNG or SVG file, generate a shareable link, embed your project into blogs or websites, and even auto-generate project documentation. This simulator also allows you to create custom components. If a specific part is not available in the library, you can create your own component by defining its pins, name, and basic properties, and then use it in your projects, just like any other component. Since this platform is still in beta, there are a few limitations. Bluetooth and CAN support are not available yet, and some features like USB input and certain peripherals are only partially supported. Some operations may also run faster than they would on real hardware, but for most normal projects, this won't be a major issue. Next, we have a recently launched circuit emulator called Velxio. It lets you emulate Arduino, ESP32, and even Raspberry Pi boards directly in your browser. In total, you can work with around 19 different development boards, which is a big advantage for a web-based tool. What makes Velxio different from most simulators is how it runs your code. Instead of using simplified models, it uses real microcontroller emulation. This means your program runs on an emulated CPU that behaves much closer to actual hardware. Another important point is that everything runs locally in your browser. There's no heavy cloud dependency for running simulations, which helps keep performance consistent and responsive, even for longer simulations. There's no sign-up required to start using it, but creating a free account allows you to save and manage your projects more easily. To get started, simply open the website and click on the Try button. On the homepage, you'll find documentation and a collection of featured example projects. These are categorized by boards, components, and difficulty level, making it easy to explore different types of circuits based on your experience. Once you open a project, the workspace is divided into two main sections. On the left side, you have the code editor, and on the right side is the canvas where you build your circuit. The layout is clean and easy to follow. At the top, you'll find options to compile your program, run or stop the simulation, and reset everything. You can also search and add the required libraries directly within the editor, which helps when working with different sensors or modules. To add components, click on the Add button. This opens the component picker, where you can search for parts or browse through categories. While the component library is still growing, it includes essential components like LEDs, buttons, displays, and common sensors needed for most projects. Click on a component to place it on the canvas. You can drag it to reposition it, and clicking on it opens a properties panel where you can adjust its settings, such as pin connections or values. Wiring is simple and intuitive. Click on a pin to start a wire, then click another pin to complete the connection. The wires are automatically color-coded based on signal type, such as red for power and black for ground, which helps keep the circuit neat and easy to understand. Once your circuit is ready, write your code in the editor or paste an existing program. Then click on Compile. If there are any errors, they will appear in the output panel below the editor with proper details, making it easier to fix issues. If everything compiles successfully, you can start the simulation. The program will run on the emulated board, and you can interact with the components in real time. For monitoring and debugging, Velxio includes a serial monitor to view outputs such as sensor readings or debug messages. It also provides an oscilloscope, where you can observe signal changes on selected pins, which is useful for understanding how signals behave over time. Another useful feature is multi-board simulation. You can place different boards on the same canvas, for example an Arduino and a Raspberry Pi, and run them together while communicating over serial. This makes it easier to test systems where multiple devices interact with each other. Since this is still a relatively new platform, the component library is expanding and some features are still under development. Most built-in examples work well. Even the ESP32 web server example runs correctly, but when we were trying to run our own programs, we were facing some errors. If you have some suggestions, kindly drop them in the comments. If you've made it till here, drop a like and subscribe to our channel to keep supporting us. We will be back with some great ideas soon. Till then, goodbye.